Well, I'm Phil Rizzuto along with Bill White and Frank Messer as we get ready for this ball game. And here are the starting lineups. Quickly, Willie Randolph will lead off at second base for the Yankees. Mickey Rivers in center field bats second. Thurman Munson will be the designated hitter tonight, batting third. At first base, batting cleanup, Chris Chambliss. Roy White, the left fielder, bats fifth. In right field, Reggie Jackson batting sixth. Greg Nettles at third base, batting seventh. Fran Healy doing the catching tonight, hitting eighth. And Bucky Dent, the shortstop, batting ninth. For the Twins, Roy Smalley leads off at shortstop. Rod Carew leading the American League in hitting, as usual, at first base, batting second. Dan Ford, the right fielder, bats third. Larry Heisel, the cleanup man, in left field. The designated hitter batting fifth, Craig Cusick. Jerry Terrell at third base, batting sixth. The catcher batting seventh, Butch Weiniger. Lyman Bostock, the center fielder, bats eighth. And Rob Wilfong will be the second baseman, batting ninth. Pitching for the Yankees, the left-hander Ron Guidry, and for the Twins, another left-hander, Jeff Zahn. And Bill White, looks like the Yankees have faced the three top-hitting clubs in their last three series, the White Sox, the Red Sox, and now the Twins.
You know, Phil, although the Twins hit the ball well, last year the Yankees out-hit them. In head-to-head, the Yankees, as a team, batted .328 against the Minnesota Twins and beat them 10 of 12.
Well, that is unusual. The Twins are hitting for a higher team average than the Yankees, but the Twins are not hitting for power. They have 34 home runs on the year, which is not bad. The Yankees have 42. But the Twins have scored more runs than the Yankees. Yankees have scored 444. Check that. 219. And the Twins have scored 252. So they're getting a lot of singles and doubles, Bill.
Well, anytime you got Rod Carew on your ball club, you're going to get a lot of singles and doubles. Of course, Rod does not hit the long ball, but I think your team tends to do what your big hitter does.
That's right.
If he's a singles hitter, they tend to be, some reason, singles hitters. If the team leader hits a lot of home runs, everybody gets his bat and tries to hit a home run. Right now, the national anthem.
Got some scores, William?
Yeah, you got them.
Okay, I got them. In the National League, at the end of 3 innings, it's the Mets won and Montreal won. Valentine got his 8th home run of the year in the third with nobody on for Montreal. Seaver against Brown in that game. Pittsburgh 3, Philadelphia nothing, end of 2. Candelaria against Christensen. Atlanta 1 and Cincinnati nothing, end of an inning and a half. Easterly against Zachary. One final score. The Giants shut out San Diego 2-0. Halicki the winner and Shirley the loser. Played that in an hour and 59 minutes. In the American League, at the end of 3, Kansas City 2, Toronto 1. Leonard against Singer. Cleveland at Detroit. It's Bibby against the Bird, Mark Fidrich. And those are all the scores right now. We'll have plenty as we go along later on tonight. But here we're ready for the ball game. The left-hander, and I don't believe the Yankees have seen him, unless they saw him in spring training, Bill White.
Well, he started with the Dodgers, Bill, back in, he signed with Daytona Beach back in 1968. Finally made the Dodgers in 1973. Pitched with them through 1975, then last year with the Chicago Cubs. And Wichita, he got in 3 games with the Cubs last year, was 0-1. So you've got to be right. There's no way the Yankees could have seen this guy, Jeff Zahn, unless they saw him in spring training. Of course, that would have been down at Vero Beach where the Dodgers train. The Yankees train just a bit, is that north or south?
South.
Just a bit further south in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Zahn was born in Baltimore. He's 6'1", goes 175. He lives now out in Woodland Hills, California. And he's a left-hander. And he made this ball club. He went to spring training. He was not on the roster, and he pitched his way onto the roster. He'll face Willie Randolph. And the first pitch is a breaking ball over the outside corner, strike one. Yankees a game and a half behind Baltimore in the American League East. The Boston Red Sox in third place. They're 2.5 games back. The Milwaukee Brewers 4 back. Here's a one-strike pitch to Willie Randolph. And it's low. It's 1-1. Willie's batting at .282. He has 1 home run and 14 runs batted in. Last year, the Yankees had a great year against the Minnesota Twins. They beat them 10 times, lost to them only twice. Breaking ball is low. It's 2-1. As a team last year, as we mentioned earlier, the Yankees batted .328 against Twin pitching. They scored 91 runs in those 12 games, averaged almost 8 runs a game. Fastball is in there, call strike on Randolph. It's 2-2. They scored 47 runs here at the Met in 6 games. Nettles was particularly tough against Twin pitching. Curveball is high. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Willie Randolph.
Well, you know who's having a rough time right now? Larry Heisel in left field. He's the only player in the sunshine, and he is having trouble.
Well, a line drive it out to him. No way he could see it.
Nope.
Especially over his head. So the count now on Willie Randolph, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Randolph hit .340 last year against the Twins. Takes a called strike on the outside corner. Randolph caught looking at a fastball, and there's 1 away. Willie hit .340 last year against the Twins and had 6 stolen bases. Mickey Rivers hit .367 last year against the Minnesota Twins, and he's in there now against Jeff Zahn with 1 out and nobody on in the top of the first. We're just underway from Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota, between St. Paul and Minneapolis. Bounced up the middle, Smalley charging, bobbles the ball through, base hit. Rivers will hold at first base. Smalley charged a high bouncer over the head of Zahn, tried to short hop it. It went off his glove and out into center field, and Rivers gets a base hit. Oh, Munson now the batter. Thurman, Scooter, not only has that sore shoulder that he got when Butch Hobson barreled into him, but his left hand is extremely sore from the fastballs of Gil Patterson.
Wow. We knew he was throwing hard. I didn't realize that he puffed his hand up that much.
Big finger on his little hand is about 1/3 over again the size. So Munson, then, he's a designated hitter, batting at .326, 8 home runs, 35 runs batted in. Fran Healy catching this evening's ball game. Thurman bounces 1 foul outside third base. 1 strike. Rivers tippy-toes back to first base. 1 on, 1 out, no score, just underway. The count, no balls, 1 strike on Thurman Munson. Bill mentioned to you, Rod Carew leads the American League in batting. He's batting at .365. Bob Baylor of Toronto is batting at .352. There's a throw to first base, and Rivers is back. Claudell Washington of the Texas Rangers at .347. Carlton Fisk of the Red Sox at .340. And Al Woods of Toronto at .333. Pitch to Munson is inside. It's 1-1. The other important category, the RBI category, runs batted in. Larry Heisel of the Twins leads with 45. Joe Rudy has 42. Richie Zisk of the White Sox, 38. And Thurman Munson, 35. Now the set. The 1-1 pitch to Munson is a call, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He was crossed up on that pitch, and it was a strike. Oh,
Weininger caught it like he was trying to catch a curveball.
Yep. He ran out to the mound to tell him, hey, let's not have that happen, especially with Rivers on.
Oh, they count on Munson. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Zahn so far has won 6 games and lost 3. He has a fairly high ERA. He gives up 3.9 runs per ball game. But the Minnesota Twins, as Scooter mentioned to you, they score a lot of runs. And that's been enough for 6 wins and 3 losses for Jeff Zahn. Now the left-hander sets and checks Rivers. And backs off. Throws to first base, and Mickey gets back. Rodney Carew playing at first base for the Minnesota Twins. Rob Wilfong playing second. Roy Smalley playing shortstop, and Jerry Terrell at third. Larry Heisler's out in left. Lyman Bostock in center. And Dan Ford in right. Now Weiniger gives on the sign. The pitch. Rivers going. Throw to second. Will not be it. He's out at second base. Looks like the throw would not be in time. But Weiniger cut down Rivers.
The throw was down low, and that's what made the play. The throw would have been up even 6 inches. Mickey would have been in there, but it was right down on the ground.
Oh, there are 2 outs now, and they count 2 balls, 2 strikes on Thurman Munson. Yankees, for some reason, Scooter, have not had the success stealing bases this year that they had last year.
Nope.
Swung on and missed by Munson on a pitch going down and away. No runs on 1 base hit. Nobody left on base. At the end of 1/2 inning of play, the Yankees nothing. The Minnesota Twins are coming up.
You're going to be feeling good when you chomp into one of Geno's sirloiners. It's a quarter pound of 100% sirloin for only 75 cents. Pure sirloin, delicious sirloin, only at Geno's. Take your appetite to Geno's and treat it to a juicy, delicious 100% sirloiner. You'll be feeling good. Help you do it better. Do it better with Rickle.
You'll find more savings at a Rickle Home Center. And to keep your family safe from fire, Rickle carries the First Alert smoke detector by Pitway. Pitway's First Alert works on an ionization principle that offers you preset maximum protection to give you the earliest possible warning. Visit a Rickle Home Center for more of everything you need for your home.
Rickle, help you do it better. Do it better with Rickle.
You know, when the Yankees return home, they'll play these same Minnesota Twins on June 10th, 11th, and 12th. And on Sunday, June the 12th, it'll be Bat Day. An Adirondack official Little League bat will be given free to all fans 14 and under. And game time is 2 p.m. After the Twins, it'll be the Kansas City Royals. First look at them on June 13th, 14th, and 16th. Bill?
All right, Scooter. Roy Smalley will lead off for the Twins here in the bottom half of the first inning. The Yankees did not score in the top of the first. It'll be Smalley, Carew, and Dan Ford against Ron Guidry. Smalley's a switch hitter. He's in right-handed against Guidry. And the first pitch is down low, ball 1. Guidry's making his 5th start this year. He has yet to complete a ball game, but he's won 3 and lost just 1. Now the left-hander rocks and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to center field. Rivers going back, still going. Now he stops. He's there, and he's got it. And there's 1 away.
The wind is blowing out towards center and right center, Bill. We might see a couple head out of here tonight.
You know, the ball carries well here anywhere, Scooter,
yeah,
especially toward left center, right around 360. It's 343 down the left field line, 360 in left center, 406 in straightaway center, and around 358 almost in the right field corner. Here's Rod Carew, the first baseman, the league leading hitter, batting at 365, and he takes down low, ball 1. Carew has 3 home runs so far this year, and he's driven in 25 runs. Fastball is low. It's 2 balls and no strikes on Carew. Nettles shortens up at third base for Rod. An excellent bunter. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Missed inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Nettles at third, Dent the shortstop, Randolph the second baseman, Chambliss at first. White, Rivers, and Jackson in the outfield. Fran Healy doing the catching. The 3-0 is right in there. 3 balls and 1 strike on Carew. On deck is Dan Ford, the right fielder. Here's Guidry, 3-1 pitch. He checks the swing, takes it low, ball 4. It was on June 1st, Scooter, in 1925 that a famous Yankee played his first of 2,130 consecutive games.
I don't even have to look. That's got to be the Iron Man, Lou Gehrig.
Yep. Today,
are these stats right? Carew has stolen 3 bases and got caught stealing 7 times?
That's what it says.
Bad year for base stealers.
And Rod bounces off first as Dan Ford steps in with 1 away. Ford's batting at .252, 3 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Fouls the first pitch, backed it up on the screen. No balls and a strike on Dan Ford. Ford, a pretty good fastball hitter. Mock realizing that, realizing the Guidry throws maybe 70 or 80% fastballs as he got Ford in the cleanup spot. Carew off first, 1 out. Throw the first base, and Rod gets back. No score, playing the bottom of the first here at Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota. Now Ford backs out as Guidry peeks in for sign. Ford gets back in, and Guidry sets. And the pitch. Fastball, bounce foul outside first. Kicks back on the field. It's no balls and 2 strikes on Ford. Now Guidry gets a new ball. Leans in looking for a sign. Time is called now. As there looks the third base umpire, Jerry Newdecker. He wants the banner torn down that's out in left field. Art Francis behind the plate. Nick Bremigan is at first base. Hal Clark from down in Trenton, New Jersey, is at second base. And Jerry Newdecker is umpiring at third. Fans still refusing to take that banner down out there. Now they rip it down. 2 strikes on Dan Ford. Rod Carew at first base. 1 away in the bottom of the first. No score. Here's a 2-strike pitch. Fastball is sliced foul into the upper deck on the right side. Still 0-2 on Dan Ford. The Yankees with the infield back looking for 2 with Chambliss holding on Carew. Minnesota in first place in the West by 3 games over the Chicago White Sox. The 0-2 pitch is low, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ford. Rod Carew also leads the American League in base hits. He has 66. Al McRae leads in doubles. He has 15. Throw the first base, and Carew is back. Richie Zisk of the Chicago White Sox has 14 home runs. George Scott of Boston, 12. And there are a lot of guys with 11. Throw back the first, and Carew is back. Dwight Evans, Jim Rice of the Red Sox, Nettles of the Yankees, Bonds of the Angels, Larry Heisel of the Twins, and Wayne Gross of the Oakland A's. All have 11 home runs. Now Ford backs out and gets back in. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and Ford goes down swinging. So they're 2 out. Carew is still at first base, and the batter is Larry Heisel, the left fielder. Heisel leads the league in runs batted in with 45. Larry was scheduled to talk this morning with Twin administrators about a long-term contract. He has yet to sign.
Oh, they better get him now. They keep letting him go. He's going to get more and more.
Here's a pitch that goes to first base, and Carew goes back.
He's leading the American League in runs batted with 45, huh?
Yep, he's batting .320. It's right-handed. Another throw to first, and Carew is back. On deck is Craig Kusik, the designated hitter. No score, bottom of the first. Pitch to Heisel. Fastball, chopped slowly to third, foul. Kick foul. Carl Kuehl is the third base coach for the Minnesota Twins. Tony Oliva coaches at first. They play Heisel straight away, White giving him plenty of room down the left field line as Roy plays over in left center. Now Guidry sets and goes to first base, and Carew is back. Guidry ready again. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. No balls to 2 strikes on Larry Heisel. Still, they're starting these games out here at 7:30 in that background, although it's black with that sun shining off of it. It's got to be hard to see the baseball.
Oh, yes.
Sun's still out at 7:30 in Minnesota. Throw the first base, and Carew is back. We'll also have to go through that period where the sky is so high you can't see the ball for about a half hour during this ball game. Pitch to Heisel is inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
They had a fast game here. They could possibly play it before it got dark.
The Northern Lights, huh?
Yep.
Now Guidry's ready. And the pitch. Misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Larry Heisel. Smalley led the ball game off for the Twins by flying to Rivers in center. Rod Carew walked. Dan Ford struck out. Now they count 2 balls and 2 strikes on Larry Heisel as Guidry sets and checks. And the pitch, Carew is going, swung on and missed. Heisel goes down swinging for the third out. No runs on, no hits, a walk and a man left. At the end of 1, the score. The Yankees nothing, the Minnesota Twins nothing.
It sure is great being back in Yankee Stadium. All the terrific new seats.
And all the terrific new candy counters with Baby Ruth bars. As a matter of fact, I think I'll run down to one of those terrific new candy counters right now and get some Baby Ruth. I can just taste that rich chocolatey coating over chewy caramel, fudge, and peanuts.
Frank, the reason you can just taste them is because you just ate a whole bag of fun-sized Baby Ruth. Don't you think that's enough Baby Ruth bars for anyone?
Well, Frank Musser is not just anyone. And when you've got to have one, you've got to have one.
Introducing the lightweight champion of the world, new Rheingold Extra Light Beer. This is Mel Allen at ringside, right here with a winner, Rheingold Extra Light. And folks, it's terrific. Extra Light doesn't taste like it doesn't fill you up. So you can go with it round after round. It's crisp and full-bodied, the way a great beer should taste. Extra Light has all that same rich flavor Rheingold's been brewing for umpteen years. Because Rheingold, who originated low-calorie beers, wouldn't make it any other way. Rheingold Extra Light is the perfect brew when the weather gets warm and heavy. For today's active people, it's today's kind of beer. Clear, clean, light going down. This is the one that'll set you beer fans cheery. The lightweight champion. You must try new Rheingold Extra Light. It's the low-calorie beer that doesn't taste like it doesn't fill you up. Rheingold Breweries, New York.
Chris Chambliss will lead off against Jeff Zahn here, or Jeff Zahn. It's Geoff, but he pronounces it Jeff. In the top of the second, no score in the ball game, and the first pitch is in there called strike. Chambliss batting at .303, 5 home runs, 30 runs batted in. They play him straight away. The 1-strike pitch is a curveball. It stays high. It's 1-1. It'll be Chambliss, Roy White, and Reggie Jackson here in the top of the second in a scoreless ball game. Won't stay that way long, the way these two teams can hit.
Mm-hmm.
Inside, 2-1. Zahn taking a lot of time. Now he rocks, and the 2-1 to Chambliss. Called strike 2, a fastball. He snuck it by him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chambliss has been up 185 times. He has 56 hits, 11 of those doubles, 1 triple, and 5 home runs. 2-2 pitch. Curveball drilled deep to right field. That ball is going, it is gone, and the Yankees lead 1-0. Chris Chambliss has just hit his 6th home run of the year and driven in his 31st run to give the Yankees a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the second inning.
Yes, sir, that's right, Bill. A Getty round tripper for Chris Chambliss, deep into the right field seats. And for his Getty round tripper, Chris receives Getty gift certificates, good toward the purchase of Getty Premium. The gasoline that, according to a recent survey, sells from 2 to 2.5 cents less per gallon than most of the major premiums. Premium or Getty unleaded regular, Getty's got what's best for your car.
Chris Chambliss dripping one into the seats. That'll bring on Roy White, who takes a curveball inside. Ball 1. Zahn trying to sneak a fastball past Chambliss on the inside corner, and Chris got out in front. They say about Hank Aaron, Scooter.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that in a minute. That pitch on the outside corner, 1-1. Pitcher was talking about Hank Aaron. He says trying to sneak a fastball past Aaron is like trying to sneak the sun past a rooster.
I never heard that.
The 1-1 is on the outside corner. It's 1-2 on White. They're playing Roy straight away, not too deep in the outfield. He's in right-handed against the left-hander, Jeff Zahn. Here's a 1-2. Fastball skips past Weininger and goes back to the screen. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zahn gets a new ball. Looking in at Weininger for sign. And the 2-2 pitch to Roy White. Curveball, line center field coming on. Bostock can't get to it. Base hit. And White will hold at first base with a single. That'll bring on Reggie Jackson, the right fielder, who's batting .250 with 8 home runs and 23 runs batted in. Oh, what's Reggie done to these people?
I don't know. He's getting it all over the league.
Reggie in left-handed against Zahn with White at first base and nobody out in the second inning. The fastball is outside to Jackson. On deck is Greg Nettles. Nettles had a field day last year against the Minnesota Twins with 6 home runs and 10 runs batted in. Batted .380 against Twin pitching. The 1-0 to Jackson. The curveball is in there. Called strike. It's 1-1. Despite the fact that Jackson hits with power, everybody sort of bunches him up the middle. They give him both lines. Here's a set and the 1-1 pitch. Low. 2-1 on Jackson. Zahn taking a lot of time. Yankees lead 1-0 on a home run by Chris Chambliss leading off here in the second inning. Here's a 2-1 to Jackson. Outside and high, 3 balls and a strike. Zahn now taking plenty of time. Goes to the cap, looks down. Now he gets on the rubber. Bends forward for sign and sets. Here's a 3-1 pitch. White's going. Swung on and missed. Throw to second. Will be in time. The shortstop, Roy Smalley, got out in front of the bag, took a short hop, slapped the ball on White, and there's one away.
I'll tell you, Weininger's made 2 throws in the dirt, and that's the reason Rivers and White were caught at second base.
Oh, there's one away. The count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Reggie Jackson. And nobody on here in the second inning with the Yankees up 1-0. The pitch is outside, ball 4, and Jackson walks. Oh, Reggie's at first base. There's one away, and the batter, Greg Nettles. Let's take 15 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions Radio Network.
WMCA, Strauss Communications in New York. This is Mel Allen. Emery doesn't discriminate against packages because of their size, weight, or destination. Emery, the Air Force and Air Freight.
Oh, Jackson on at first with one away. And the pitch to Nettles. There's a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. Nettles this year batting .222, has 11 home runs 29 runs up batted in. Don McMahon, the pitching coach, out talking to Wayne Zahn. Not Wayne Zahn, Jeff Zahn. Minnesota might have the biggest crowd they've had all year here, Scooter.
That's right. It's a shame. They've got an exciting team, but they just haven't been drawing.
And it's not a special night here. They did have a milking contest between Catfish Hunter and Bob Randall prior to the ball game. Now the pitch to Nettles is outside 2-1, 2-0. Catfish couldn't get out of the box. His cow refused to be milked.
I'd say the Catfish was lucky he wasn't seriously hurt. Kept kicking him every time he touched him.
Here's a 2-0. Swung on and missed 2 balls, 1 strike on Nettles. Reggie Jackson on at first base with 1 out to count 2 balls and a strike on Greg Nettles. Zahn sets and checks. Goes to first base, a little soft toss there, and Jackson's back easily. Now he sets. And the pitch. Nettles takes a strike on the inside corner. It's 2-2. Zahn came from the Dodgers, went to the Cubs, along with pitcher Eddie Solomon, for right-hander Bert Hooton. Sidearm curveball is outside, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Greg Nettles. He was a free agent when the Cubs released him, made the club down in spring training. Twins training in Orlando, Florida. Now the set. Throw the first base, and Jackson's back. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Greg Nettles. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the second. The Yankees lead 1-0 over the Minnesota Twins. Here's a payoff pitch. Jackson going outside, ball 4. So Jackson slows up, walks on into second base. Nettles down at first, and with 1 out, the batter's the catcher, Fran Healy. Healy's only been up 19 times so far this year. He has 2 base hits. He's a right-handed batter. Kansas City leading Toronto 3-1 at the end of 4. Cleveland 2, the Tigers 2. Tigers batting in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Jim Bibby for the Tribe. Mark Fidrich, the Bird, making his 2nd start this year for the Detroit Tigers. Here's a pitch to Healy. A fastball is fouled off. We're going to get some action now in the Minnesota Twin bullpen. One thing Gene Mauch has done, he hasn't allowed his pitchers to get roughed up too long. He's had a quick hook so far this year. The left-hander down there is Tom Bergmeyer. Healy hits one in the air to center field. Bostock backing up. He's got plenty of room. Jackson tagging at second. Bostock makes the catch, and Jackson decides not to go to third base, but stay at second. So they're 2 out. Jackson down at second. Nettles on at first, and that'll bring on Bucky Dent. A right-hander getting loose down in the bullpen is Ron Schuler, who was acquired from the Philadelphia Phillies. Bucky Dent's the batter. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Dent batting at .239, 1 home run, 20 runs batted in. Zahn sets. Pitch to Dent. Fastball is down low. Baltimore leads Chicago 1-0 after 1.5. Jim Palmer pitching for the Orioles. He's 7-3 already. Kenny Brett for the White Sox. He's 5-3. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-0. The Red Sox and the Rangers, no score at the end of one. We don't have an Oakland Seattle score yet. In the National League, Montreal leading the Mets 2-1 at the end of 4. Pittsburgh 3, the Phillies nothing after 5.5. It's a 2-0 pitch now to Bucky Dent. And it swung on, bounced up the middle, glove by Zahn. He spins, goes to first base, and the side is retired. 1 run on 2 hits, and the Yankees leave 2. We're going to the bottom of the second here in Minnesota. The score: the Yankees won, the Minnesota Twins nothing.
Go Ozark. We make it easy for you. Go Ozark. We make it easy for you. Flying through the heartland of America, then Ozark is the one for you. It's always easy going when you're going any place at all that we fly to. Go Ozark. We make it easy for you. Go Ozark. We make it easy for you. When you want to get there in a hurry and in comfort and without a care. Chances are that Ozark is the airline in the schedule to get you there. Go Ozark.
Fly direct to Central Illinois on Ozark Jets. Call your professional travel advisor or Ozark.
Say, Frank, what's another word for action?
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo?
Right, Phil. Yoo-hoo chocolate drink.
Why's that?
Because Yoo-hoo not only has the best chocolate taste of any soft drink, but it also contains high-quality protein.
And?
And it's made from 99% fat-free milk. Yoo-hoo keeps your action going. That's why it's Yogi's favorite drink.
Yoo-hoo is the action drink for action people.
Right, the chocolate drink of champions. Join me in a Yoo-hoo.
I'll drink to that.
Drink Yoo-hoo, another fine product from Iroquois Brands.
Greg Kuzik bounces one down the third baseline. Neto can't handle it. And it's a base hit. A swinging bunt by Craig Kuzik leading off with the Minnesota Twins here in the bottom half of the second inning. The Yankees lead the ball game 1-0, and that'll bring on Jerry Terrell. Terrell batting at .266 with a home run, 8 runs batted in. He bats right-handed. Kuzik off first. Kid resets and pitches. Fastball is fouled off. Oh, we had a visit here, Scooter, from the Minnesota Dairy Association. They're dairymen. We mentioned that Catfish Hunter was out-milked by Bob Randall before the ball game. Fastball bounced up the middle. Bucky Dent has it. Touches second base, throws to first. Double play for the Yankees. Minnesota Twins don't like that call, and Gene Mox, the skipper of the Twins, walking out toward the first base umpire, Nick Bremigan. Bucky Dent got that ball behind the bag, somehow reached the bag in front of Craig Kuzik, threw off balance to Chambliss at first base, and completed a 6-6-3 double play, and they're 2 out. And the batter now is Butch Weininger. Mox still talking to the first base umpire, Nick Bremigan. An excellent play by Bucky Dent. And the Twin fans give Mock a hand as he walks slowly back toward his dugout. Here's Butch Weininger. Weininger batting at .294, 4 home runs and 23 runs batted in. Guidry's first pitch is outside, ball 1. On deck is Lyman Bostock, the center fielder. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Weininger. It's a strike in there, 1-1. So far in this ball game, the difference, the leadoff home run by Chris Chambliss, his 6th of the year. The Yankees lead 1-0. Weininger takes outside. It's 2-1. Now Guidry goes to the rosin bag. Looks in at Healy, 4 signs, gets it, rocks, and the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back and out of play, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Guidry now with the new ball. Wants a new sign from Healy. And wants another sign. Now he's ready, and the 2-2 pitch. He checks the swing. Weininger does, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield plays Weininger straight away. He's a switch hitter and right-handed against Guidry. And the payoff pitch. Swung on, drilled deep to left, but White right back there on the track, and he's got it for the 3rd out. No runs on a base hit, and nobody left. At the end of 2, it's the Yankees 1, the Twins nothing.
If you buy unleaded gasoline, you may have noticed that lead isn't the only thing missing. It's probably pretty low on performance, too. That's because most unleadeds just don't have a high enough octane rating to give you the performance you want. In fact, according to standards set by the American Society for Testing and Materials, only 3 unleaded gasolines have a high enough octane to be called regular. To help you choose between these 3, one of them usually sells for less. Getty. Getty Unleaded Regular gives you the clean running engine you expect from an unleaded, plus the octane performance you want. And you pay less than you would for most other major unleaded. Now think a minute. Why settle for an unleaded gasoline that's below regular when you can get one that's regular?
Say, tennis fans, Getty's got something else you're really going to like. 2 tickets to selected New York Apple matches for the price of 1. To get your 2-for-1 coupon, just drive into any participating Getty station between May 2nd and August 8th. Getty, the company that gives you more gasoline for your money, will be giving you more World Team tennis for your money. Offer void where prohibited by law. No purchase required.
Gentlemen, the Ale Masters Ale is here. McSorley's Cream Ale. McSorley's has all the hearty, full-bodied flavor that an ale should have, plus a smoothness that no other ale has. McSorley's is the macho ale for men of courage and daring, men with a taste for life. Gentlemen, order a bottle at your tavern or club, or pick up a 6-pack at the supermarket, and you'll thank me for telling you about the ultimate in ales, the Ale Masters Ale, McSorley's Cream Ale. McSorley's Limited, Orange, New Jersey.
Leading off with the Yankees here. In the top of the 3rd, Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Lines one down the right field line. Base hit will go to the corner. Randolph around first, digging for second, and he'll stay there for the stand-up double. Willie Randolph leading off the 3rd inning, doubling into the corner in right field. That's his first base hit. He's now 1 for 2, and that'll bring on Mickey Rivers.
Manning is out, and there's 1 down in the 3rd inning. This will bring to bat Dwayne Kuiper, who had that 3-base hit in the 1st inning. That'll put a couple of points on the old batting average. Up he's hitting now at .295, up 4 points from the start of the ball game. Indians with 1 run on 3 hits. The Angels have been stymied by Eckersley, who has walked only 1 man. Wind up by Tanan on the pitch. Curveball for a strike, strike 1. Good curveball. Sure did. Kuiper was
his first time up when he got a base hit. Yankees up 1-0 over the Twins, playing the 3rd. Kansas City leading Toronto 3-1. In the 4th, Texas and Boston no score in the 1st. Cleveland and Detroit 2-2 in the 3rd. Pitch to Rivers. He tries to bunt and misses it. No balls and a strike. Rivers trying to get Randolph over to 3rd base. Twins have their 3rd baseman, Jerry Terrell, in on the grass, and so is their 1st baseman, Rod Carew. Is on a left-hander, straights and sets. Checks Randolph at 2nd. Still checking. The pitch to Rivers. He bunts it and fouls it back. 2 strikes. That ball was way inside on Mickey. I thought he was trying to get out of the way, but evidently the ball just picked the bat and went back toward the screen. So the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Dick Hauser coaching 3rd for the Yankees. Bobby Cox coaching at 1st. Now Zahn checking signs. Checking Randolph at 2nd. The 2-strike pitch. Bounced out in front of the plate. In quickly and a kick foul. Zahn really hustled in for the ball, but he kicked foul on the 1st base side. The count still no balls, 2 strikes on Rivers. And Randolph will have to go back to 2nd base. Twins just haven't been drawing too much this year. This is their 17th home game and their 17th date, and they've drawn 131,000. So they're under 10,000 per date. They're at 8,246. As we mentioned, this might be their biggest crowd of the year. Throw to second base, and Randolph is back. Roy Smalley, the shortstop, sneaking in behind Willie. And Smalley's back there again, but Randolph sees him. Dick Hauser yelling at him. Nobody out. Randolph with the leadoff double down at second. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes on Rivers. Here's a pitch. Sidearm curveball, bounced slowly towards second. That'll get Randolph to third. Flip to first, they've got Rivers. Oh, there's one away as Mickey bounces out second to first, but Randolph now is over third with 1 out, and that'll bring on third Munson. Munson's been up once and struck out on a pitch that looked like a screwball. Went down and away from him against Jeff Zahn back in the first inning. Zahn so far struck out 2 and he's walked 2. Twins now will bring their infield in. And their outfield bunches Munson towards the middle. Heisel way over in left center. And the right fielder Ford over in right center. They give Munson all the left field line and all the right field line. And the pitch. Curveball. He checks the swing, takes it low. Nope, they check with the first base umpire. And Nick Bremigan said that Munson went wild. Oh, it's no balls and a strike. Twin infield in 3/4. They want to cut this run down. Yankees already lead it 1-0. Willie Randolph over at third base with 1 away. Wind blowing out towards center field. Here's a wind-up and the 1-strike pitch. Up and in. It's 1-1. Randolph faked the squeeze as he started toward home, and Zahn threw that ball up and in on Munson. And the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the wind-up and the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Munson. Kansas City just picked up 5 runs in the top half of the 5th inning. They now lead Toronto 8-1, with Toronto batting in the bottom of the 5th. Boston and Texas, no score at the end of 2.5 innings of play. Louis Tion against Doyle Alexander. Alexander's won 6 and lost 1 for the Rangers. Tion 2 and 4 for the Red Sox. Randolph off third with 1 away. Zahn taking a lot of time. Now he winds, and the 1-2 pitch to Munson. Fouled straight back. And the count remains 1-2. Now the White Sox picked up 2 runs in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. They now lead Baltimore and Jim Palmer 2-1. And the White Sox are batting in the bottom half of the 3rd. Jim Palmer against Kenny Brett. Palmer looking for his 8th win of the year. He's 7-3. Brett 5-3. Baltimore in first by a game over the Yankees. Here's the 1-2 now to Munson. Swung on, popped up in foul territory on the first base side. Rod Carew is there. He's got it. Two outs. Randolph still at third. That'll bring on Chris Chambliss. Chambliss responsible for the Yankee run with his 6th home run of the year, leading off the 2nd inning against Jeff Zahn. See if Zahn will stay inside with Chambliss or go away from him. Tried to sneak a fastball by him on the inside corner the last time up. And Chambliss hit it into the right field seat. First pitch is inside, ball 1. On deck is Roy White. Randolph at third, 2 outs, 1-0 Yankees playing the 3rd inning. Here's the 1-0 to Chambliss. He takes low a breaking ball, 2 balls, no strikes. With men on base, Don really takes a lot of time. He's ready and rocks. And the 2-0 pitch. Low and inside. Ball 3. 3 balls to no strikes on Chris Chandler. We've got to put Zahn in the same category as Steve Busby and Doc Medic.
Yep. Get behind a lot. Pitching in trouble.
Here's a 3-0. Swung on and fouled off. I'm talking about guys who filibuster out on the mound. They just don't want to turn that ball loose. They like to hold it. I guess they feel as long as they got it, it can't be hit.
Heard 'em, yeah.
3 balls and a strike on Chambliss with 2 outs. Randolph at third, and the pitch. Breaking balls low, and Randolph is going to try to score, and he's going to make it. It was low and got past Weiniger, went halfway back to the screen, and Willie alertly scored from third base. Chambliss goes down the first, and that'll probably be a wild pitch. Nope, they call it a pass ball. Ball was in the dirt on 3-2. It got past Weiniger. It went halfway back to the screen. Randolph alertly scored from third base on the pass ball. Chambliss held it first, so the Yankees lead 2-0. And that'll bring on Roy White. Now Rod Carew calls time. He wants to talk to Jeff Zahn. Of course, Carew probably telling Zahn, don't worry about a thing. Chambliss won't try to steal. And Carew now jogs back to first base. But he'll hold Chambliss on. A lot of teams play behind Chris. Every once in a while, he'll try to sneak into second base. Well, the Yankees have used power for a run, and they scrambled for a run. They lead 2-0. Roy White takes low. Roy's been up 1 single to center. He was caught stealing in that second inning. So he's 1 for 1. Zahn set. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. The curveball. It's 1-1 on Roy White. Now Roy backs out. He makes Zahn wait. Well, the White Sox didn't score in the bottom of the third. They lead Baltimore 2-1 at the end of 3 now. Fastball is fouled back and out of play. It's a ball and 2 strikes on White. Cleveland leading Detroit 3-2 at the end of 4. Jim Bibby for the Tribe. The Birds for the Tigers. Zahn gets a new ball. Now the set. And the pitch. Up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two outs. Chambliss at first base. Yankees leading 2-0. Breaking ball, line down the left field line, base hit. It'll go to the corner. Chambliss around first, digging for third. As Chambliss, he'll hold there. White around first, goes on into second base with a stand-up double. So White doubles into the left field corner, sending Chambliss to third, and that'll bring on Reggie Jackson. And once again, that'll get Bergmeyer, the left-hander, and Schuler, the right-hander, up in the Minnesota Twin bullpen, which is located down the right field foul line. And they're in a hurry. As Reggie Jackson steps in. Reggie's been up once, walked in the second inning. Jackson hits one on the ground to second. Dug out there by the second baseman. Wilfong throws on the first, and the side is retired. 1 run on 2 base hits. 2 men left on base. Bottom of the third coming up. The Yankees 2, the Twins nothing.
George, what do you say we do a little home improvement around here?
Oh, it's fix up, paint up, plant up time again.
I mean the pool. We keep talking about how nice it would be to have a pool.
You keep talking about it. Why now? Did you get a new bathing suit?
The Lincoln Savings Bank. They just lowered rates on home improvement loans.
Who could that be?
I think it's the man about the pool.
The Lincoln just lowered rates on home improvement loans, and you've got the bulldozers here already.
Oh, he's only going to give us an
We
estimate.
could run some cool water in the tub. That's about the size pool we can afford.
Lincoln gave me a percentage rate for 1 year, only 9.5%. Just a minute.
Tell him we changed your mind. The Lincoln lowers interest rates. Ipso facto, she calls the diggers. I'll be doing 50 laps before breakfast. Take a nice, refreshing dip when I come home at night instead of cutting all that grass. 9.5%.
George?
Is he gone?
It's the Dixons. They want us to go over and see their new pool. Come on.
Shouldn't we be here when he comes? How big of a pool do you think? For a low-interest home improvement loan, see the Lincoln or call 782-6000. They're FDIC. Light.
How do you wait? The Dixons will die.
Let me give you some reasons why Amco Transmissions is the world's largest transmission specialist. Volkswagens, Volvos, Datsuns, Toyotas. You see, at Amco, we work on most foreign cars. And when it comes to transmissions, foreign car owners come to us.
You're gonna like the way we can sing that Amco. Got that Amco.
We work on most foreign cars.
We can think right.
Amco, AA, MCO.
Lyman Bostock leading off against Ron Guidry here in the bottom of the third. Yankees lead 2-0. Bostock is a left-handed batter. He takes outside ball one. It'll be Bostock, Wilfong, and then Roy Smalley as we go back up top of the Minnesota batting order. Fastball is outside, 2-0. So far, Guidry's walked one, struck out two. And fastball is taken, a called strike. For some reason, Bostock started walking around in the batter's box, which is probably the worst thing you can do, Phil, because the umpire really has no strike zone.
That's right.
Here's the 2-1 now to Bostock. Swung on, hit on the ground is short. Bucky Dent has a nice hop. He throws at the Chambliss, and there's one away. Bostock bouncing out 6-3. That'll bring on Rob Wilfong, the second baseman. Wilfong playing because Bob Randall has a sorted injury. He's got a bad knee. Wilfong bounces one the first. Chambliss is right there. He'll take it himself. 2 out. I think Randall and Doug DeCinces of the Boston Red Sox had a collision at second base. Both of them got shaken up. DeCinces broke his nose, and he just had that thing reset here yesterday.
Yep.
Here's Roy Smalley, the shortstop, who's been up one fly to center field. He's in right-handed. Smalley fouls the first one back. Yankees lead 2-0, playing the bottom half of the third. They have 2 runs on 5 hits. The Twins, no runs on 1 base hit against Ron Guidry. One of the 5 Yankee hits, a solo home run by Chris Chambliss. Pop foul, back out of play. The count, no balls and 2 strikes on Smalley. The Twins so far this year against left-handed pitching have done well. They've won 13 of 18. Against right-handers, they're 16-12. Guidry with the new ball. Yankees have a tough time against left-handers. They're 7-13. Pitch is a called strike. Not a foul at first pitch. It's 1-2. Looks like he'd fouled that first pitch off the mid of Healy and it went back. But it's a ball and 2 strikes now on Smalley. And the fastball is lined. Willie Randolph over his head out of the right center field, base hit. Jacks over quickly. He'll get it back in, and Smalley will hold it first with his first base hit, and the Twins' second of the ball game. Let's take 15 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions Radio Network.
The Lincoln Savings Bank brings you every Yankee game this season and absolutely free checking when you open a high-interest savings account. No minimum balances, no monthly charges. 2 good reasons why the Lincoln makes friends for life. Member FDIC. WMCA, Strauss Communications in New York.
Rod Carew steps in. He leads the American League in base hits with 66, but he only has 3 home runs, so he's not much of a long ball threat, although occasionally he can hit that ball for you in the left center field here at Minnesota. He pops this one up on the left side, backing up his Nettles. Now Bucky Dent, the shortstop's going to call.
He's on the grass, and Dent has it for the third out. No runs on a base hit, the man left. At the end of 3, it's the Yankees 2, the Twins nothing.
The beauty of Cordoba. To even the casual observer, it has always been evident. In the classic sculpturing of the grill, the choice of luxurious interior materials like soft, Corinthian leather, the overall purity of the design. Of course, there has always been another beauty, evident not so much in what you see, but in what you feel. When you take the wheel and experience the assuring responsiveness of Cordoba handling that carries one with precision and agility through curves and corners. Yet, the ride is so very remarkable. But then, it is a remarkable automobile. Cordoba by Chrysler.
Introducing the lightweight champion of the world. This is Mel Allen at ringside, right here with the winner. New Rheingold Extra Light beer. It doesn't taste like it doesn't fill you up. Extra Light has got beer fans cheering. Wait till you get a load of that flavor. It's crisp and full-bodied, the way a great beer should taste. You must try Rheingold Extra Light, the lightweight champion. It's the low-calorie beer that doesn't taste like it doesn't fill you up. Rheingold Breweries, New York.
So at the end of 3, here in Minnesota, the Yankees lead the Twins 2-0, and here to take you over the next ratings is Scooter, Phil Rizzuto.
All right, William, and Greg Nettles, who walked his first time up, will be the batter. Getting a little darker now, still plenty of daylight here in the Twin Cities. Jeff Zahn delivers, and Nettles hits the dirt. High, tight fastball, ball 1. Greg gets up slowly, picks up the helmet. Yankees leading 2-0 in the top of the 4th. Picked up a run in the 2nd on a long home run by Chris Chambliss, and 1 in the 3rd. Alert base running by Willie Randolph got the Yankees the run in the 3rd inning. The 1-0 pitch is hit down the left field line. Heisel going back to his left. Leach can't get it. It's off the wall. And Heisel is stunned out there momentarily. Nettles in with a double. Grounds the bag and then goes back. And now Heisel is down on the ground. He hit the wall hard. Still had the reflexes to pick the ball up and throw it in. But now he is down again. And we'll have to wait and see what happens out there. He hit that wall hard as Nettles hit a bullet, Frank Messer.
Yes, he did. That ball was by Heisel. He went up to the wall, tried to get it. The ball hit the wall, came back in play, and Heisel appears to have hit his head on the wall, Scooter. He was dazed for just a split second. Then he realized the ball was in play. As you said, the instinct took him to the ball. He threw it weakly back toward the infield, and then collapsed out on the warning track, just at the edge of the warning track on the grass in left field. So they are working over him now.
You know, as I look out, Frank, I do not believe that wall is padded out there.
No, I don't think it is, Phil. The center field wall is padded, but there is no padding on the left field wall, which is the base of the new stands built out there a few years ago. And there is no padding on the wire fence in right field. There is padding on the corner, around the corner of the wall in right field, but nothing on that wall in left. Larry Heisel, as you and Bill mentioned earlier, leading the American League in runs batted in, and if the Twins lose him, it would be quite a blow. So we can only hope that Heisel is just momentarily injured and will be able to continue in the ball game, and certainly won't be out for any length of time. They're still kneeling over.
Still down, Frank, isn't he?
I'm sorry?
I say Heisel is still down on the ground.
Yes, Heisel is still on the ground, Phil. The Minnesota trainer is Dick Martin. One of the umpires is out there also kneeling over Heisel. And, of course, manager Gene Mauch is out there. You know, Phil, there's quite a story on this young man pitching the ball game tonight, Jeff Zahn. He was released by the Chicago Cubs and thought about giving up baseball. But at church one day, he was talking to Jerry Terrell of the Minnesota Twins. Told Terrell he was considering giving up baseball, and Terrell said, well, if you want to stay, let me talk to the Minnesota people because we can use left-hand pitching. Carroll took the story to Don McMahon, the pitching coach. McMahon went with it further to Gene Mauch, the manager, and to make a long story short, Mauch invited Jeff Zahn to spring training. He looked so impressive in spring training that the Twins signed him to a contract. And coming into this ball game, he had won 6 and lost 3 ball games.
Good story.
And as Gene Mauch said in the pregame show I did with him tonight, it was really a godsend to get Jeff Zahn because he has done an excellent job and has more or less anchored the Twins pitching staff.
Well, you never know in baseball what's going to happen.
So that is our story for the night on pitcher Jeff Zahn and his close friend and teammate Jerry Carroll. Well, right now, Larry Heisel is up on his feet and appears to be all right. They're going to walk away, I believe, and leave him out there, and it looks like Heisel will be able to continue in the ball game. So right now, let's pause a moment for this message.
Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. Rheingold 12-ounce cans are now available in 12-packs. Great for a picnic.
The trainer, Dick Martin, is still out in left field with Larry Heisel, but it appears that Heisel is going to stay in the ball game. The rest of his teammates clear away. Manager Gene Mauch is walking back toward the Minnesota dugout. Jeff Zahn takes some warm-up throws to his catcher, Butch Weiniger. And it appears for all intents and purposes now that Heisel will stay in the ball game. Lyman Bostock, the center fielder, is still over there in left field talking to Larry Heisel. We'll check the scoreboard as we're still waiting for action to continue here. The New York Mets, under new manager Joe Torre, broke a 6-game losing streak last night, and now they have a 6-2 lead over Montreal as they change cities. They played the Expos in New York last night. Tonight they're playing in Montreal. 6-2. The Mets over Montreal at the end of 6.5. John Stearns has homered his 6th, and that was a grand slam home run for John Stearns. His 6th home run of the year came in the 5th inning with the bases loaded, and that is the big difference in the ballgame. We'll check other scores as we go along. Right now, everybody seems to be set, and we're back to action here in Bloomington, Minnesota.
All right, Frank. Fran Healy, who flied to center field, will be the batter. Nettles, who doubled, is at second base. Pitch to Healy. He bunts, but it goes. Whoa, it came back fair. Ball dropped by Carew, and he throws, and they got him. The ball was fair, went foul, kicked back in fair. Carew had the ball, bobbled it. It's a sacrifice from 3 to 4, and it moves Nettles to third base. Kind of a weird play. Healy did not give up. He ran all the way. Carew was hoping it would go foul, but then for some reason it kicked fair, and I don't see how it did. There's hardly any room between where the grass starts and the foul line is, Frank.
And just hit some rough dirt or something down there, Phil. And as you said, it was foul, kicked back fair, and Carew alertly picked it up, spun around, and threw to Wilfong, hovering at first base to get Healy.
Bucky Dent hit back to the mound his first time up. The infield is in, and the pitch to Bucky Dent is a curve down low, ball 1.
Down in the bullpen, Ron Schuler, a right-hander, and left-hander Tom Bergmeyer are again warming up for the Minnesota Twins.
All right, this is the third time they've been up in the ball game. Yankees lead it 2-0. We're in the top of the 4th, 1 man out. Nettles leads off third. Pitch to Dent. Down low, grabbed by Weiniger. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Outfield not deep on Bucky Dent. Bucky looking down at Dick Hauser. And now he wants Bucky Dent to step out of the batter's box and flashes the signs again. Bucky's still not quite sure. Now he's back in the box. Zahn into the windup. And the pitch. Dent swings and fouls it off. 2 balls and a strike. Again, Bucky looks down at Dick Hauser.
On the scoreboard, Scooter, at Toronto, at the end of 6 innings, Kansas City has an 8-1 lead. George Brett and John Mayberry have homered.
All right, we're ready for the 2-1 delivery. Here comes Nettles. Oh, what a fake that was. Holy cow, he came about 1/3 of the way down, stopped, and Dent took the pitch. It was high, 3-1, and now Hauser's going to talk to Bucky Dent, which is the best thing to do when there's any doubt at all.
Well, Dent is an excellent bunter. It's a good place to put on that suicide squeeze if Billy wants to. I don't know about now. Of course, the count is 3-1. But Dent is a fine bunter. He's had several sacrifice months this year. In fact, I would say Dent and Mickey Rivers. Of course, Roy White is a good bunter, but hasn't been called on that much. Dent and Rivers have done an excellent job on sacrifices.
Now, Zion has shown me something. One other time he thought the runner was coming home, he threw the pitch high. The 3-1 delivery. That'll get the run in. A line drive to right field. Ford is there. One-hands it. His throw to the plate will not be in time, and Nettles scores, and the Yankees lead 3-0. A sacrifice fly by Bucky Dent. A line drive to the right fielder, Dan Ford. An RBI. Yankees 3 and the Twins nothing. And a battle, Willie Randolph. Willie called out on strikes his first time up, double to right, and scored in the third. He scored on a short pass ball. That really should have been a wild pitch. 2 men are out. Willie Randolph had stepped out momentarily. Now he's back in. And the pitch over the outside corner, strike call. The one-strike pitch popped up in right field. Ford coming in. Loses the cap, but makes the catch. The Yankees pick up a run on one hit, no errors, and nobody left. And in the middle of the fourth, it's the Yankees 3 and the Twins nothing.
These Baby Ruth fun-sized bars sure are delicious, and I ought to know.
Why is that?
Well, it just so happens I consider myself to be quite a candy bar connoisseur. And a Baby Ruth's got fudge and peanuts, chewy caramel, a rich chocolatey coating, terrific stuff. Plus, these new bags are mighty economical. Some people call them fun size, but I call them Bill White size, because they're just right for me.
I see.
I'm crazy about Baby Ruth bars, and it's not easy for something to get to first base with me. Get it, Frank?
Oh, brother.
Rickle helps you do it better. Do it better with Rickle.
Barbecue lovers, there's a feast of savings on a variety of deluxe outdoor gas grills by Charm Glow. Rickle carries a number of Charm Glow grills, some portable with cart and propane tank, others stationary. See the Charm Glow grills and grill accessories at your Rickle Home Center. More savings, more selection for your home.
Rickle helps you do it better. Do it better with Rickle. If money, come on into HFC.
For nearly 100 years, HFC has tried to bring you the best service possible. And if there's ever any way we can improve ourselves, just let us know. HFC, an equal opportunity lender. Household Finance, where people use our money to get the most out of life.
Come on into HFC.
This year, the Yankees have a brand new gift item for their young fans. Vinyl gym bags will be given to all fans 14 and under on Gym Bag Day, Saturday, July 23rd. The Yankees will be playing the Milwaukee Brewers. Game time is 2 o'clock, so if you attend the game on Saturday, July 23rd, and you're 14 or under, you'll receive a vinyl gym bag as a gift of the New York Yankees.
All right, Frank. Danny Ford will lead off. Ford struck out his first time up. Yanks in front 3-0, bottom of the fourth inning. Ford, a right-hand batter. Ron Guidry winds, and his pitch is high and tight, ball one. Guidry rocks back. Next pitch, bouncing ball is short. Nice hop to Bucky Dent. Bucky's throwing his one away. And with one out, the batter will be Larry Heisel. And Heisel, we're happy to say, is he's limping a little bit. I'm not happy to say he's limping, but that he's able to remain in the ball game because, as Frank mentioned, he was able to throw the ball in and then collapsed on the ground. But he is limping noticeably as he comes to home plate. Heisel struck out his first time up. He crashed into the wall in left field trying to get Greg Nettles' double. Leads the American League in RBIs with 45. And the pitch is over the inside corner, strike one call.
Larry Heisel also leads the American League in assists from the outfield.
Oh, he does have a good arm. One strike pitch in there, strike two call. Two good fastballs by Ron Guidry. Guidry has 2 strikeouts, both of them in the first inning. He gets the sign from Healy. Thurman Munson, the designated hitter tonight. That's outside and high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Guidry stands with his feet together, then rocks back. Check swing, ground ball to third. Nettles has it. And Heisel cannot run at all. He is limping to first. Nettles throws him out easily. There are 2 away. And now the designated hitter, Craig Cusick. Beat out a slow roller down the third base line in the second inning. One of the 2 hits the Twins have off Guidry. Big right-hand batter. And Guidry's pitch, bouncing ball is short. Another, bad hop, but Bucky Dent one-hands it and throws him out. Looked like it was going to be a nice hop. Bounce tie, 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 4, the Yankees 3 and the Twins nothing.
Introducing the lightweight champion of the world. This is Mel Allen at ringside, right here with the winner. New Rheingold Extra Light beer. It doesn't taste like it doesn't fill you up. Extra Light has got beer fans cheering. Wait till you get a load of that flavor. It's crisp and full-bodied, the way a great beer should taste. You must try Rheingold Extra Light, the lightweight champion. It's the low-calorie beer that doesn't taste like it doesn't fill you up. Rheingold Breweries, New York.
Isn't it time you knew you chocolate drink? Do yourself a favor, enjoy the super flavor of America's favorite chocolate drink. It's got real goodness, protein goodness, and cool, refreshing taste. It's the chocolate charge up and non-carbonated. Doesn't even have to be refrigerated. So isn't it time you knew you chocolate drink? It's so delicious, you chocolate drink.
When a chocolate soft drink is #1 in the USA, it's got to have something going for it. Yoo-Hoo does. Great taste, rich and creamy, really refreshing. And Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink contains high-quality protein, made from 99% fat-free milk. Isn't it time you knew Yoo-Hoo, America's favorite chocolate drink? It's Yogi Berra's favorite, too. Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink, the action drink for action people. Larry Heisel has not as yet come out to take his place in the outfield, and we were just wondering if he will be able to continue in this ball game. As we wait, we'll check the scoreboard, where Cleveland has built up a 5-2 lead over Detroit at the end of 5.5. Jim Bibby against Mark the Bird Fidrich, and Fidrich has evidently been hit fairly hard. Heisel is coming out. Baltimore trails Chicago. The White Sox with a 2-1 lead at the end of 4.5. Ken Brett pitching for Chicago, and Jim Palmer is pitching for Baltimore. Texas scored 5 runs in the third inning to take a 5-0 lead over Louis Tiant and the Boston Red Sox. Doyle Alexander, 6-1, is pitching for Texas. They're now in the 4th with the Rangers leading 5-0. At the end of 7 innings, Montreal coming back. It is the Mets 6 and Montreal 4 at the end of 7. Pittsburgh leads Philadelphia 3-0 at the end of 5.5. Jeff Burroughs has hit his 12th home run of the year for the Atlanta Braves, but Cincinnati leads 5-2 at the end of 6.5. Cubs and the Cards tied 1-1 in the 4th, and the Dodgers lead Houston 2-1 at the end of 4.
All right, Mickey Rivers takes a strike.
A final score, San Francisco shut out San Diego 2-0.
Rivers had an infield hit, then was caught stealing in the first inning, bounced a second in the third, and bounces one foul to Rod Carew outside of first base, strike 2. Mickey's ground ball, though, in the third inning advanced Randolph, who had doubled to third from where Willie scored on the short pass ball. The 2-strike pitch fouled off the end of the bat. Still 0-2. They get fans from all over the Midwest here, from Wisconsin, Iowa. Curve is high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out and nobody on. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The Yankees lead 3-0. Sidearm curve just outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Jeff Zahn, the left-hander, out on the mound. Allowed 3 runs on 6 hits. Twins no runs on 2 hits. Left-handed looks in for the sign. Now delivers, and it's high and tight, 3-2. Zahn, a very slow, deliberate pitcher out on the mound. There's a lot of 3-2 counts on the Yankee hitters. And there's a foul back in the seats and out of play. Had a lot of weird weather in the Twin Cities today. Started off as a beautiful day, then rain, then sun, then hail, then more rain. A bouncer over the pitches, hit Smalley in fast up. Throw to first, they got him. Good play by Roy Smalley that time. Almost the same ball Rivers hit in the first inning that went for a base hit. One away, and now Thurman Munson, who has struck out and popped to first base. Reggie walked in the second, bounced to second in the third. Reggie looking at his feet, trying to get himself squared away. Runners lead off first and second. Pitch to Jackson is high, ball 1. Heisel way over in left center field on Reggie Jackson. Give him an awful lot of that left field line. Zahn kicks, delivers. It's down low, ball 2, 2-0. Zahn has really had a pitch from behind on the majority of Yankee hitters tonight. You're bound to get yourself in trouble pitching that way. Yankees lead 3-0. Chambliss off second, White off first. Zahn kicks, delivers. It's a curve outside, ball 3, 3-0. On deck, Greg Nettles. Nobody warming up right now for the Twins. But if he walks Jackson, and now Jackson wants Hauser to give him the signs again to see if he's got the green light on 3-0. And there go the runners down the bullpen. The 3-0 pitch. He swings, hits it high in the air to left. Heisel hobbling in and makes the catch, and I don't see how they can play him out there. He is really hobbling. No runs, no hits, an error, and 2 men left. And at the end of 4.5, Yankees 3 and the Twins nothing.
Feel good, then you just gotta come to Geno's, because that's where you'll find Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken. Golden brown and finger licking good. They go together. Kentucky Fried Chicken and Geno's. So come on, come to Geno's and feel good.
If you're thinking about a faraway vacation, but money's keeping you close to home, come on into HFC. With an HFC travel loan, you could get away from it all. HFC, an equal opportunity lender.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in.
Household finance, where people use our money to get the most out of life.
Come on in to HFC.
Well, the Orioles and the White Sox have completed 5 innings at Chicago, and the White Sox lead 2-1. Ken Brett against Jim Palmer. Scooter?
All right, Jerry Terrell leads off against Ron Guidry, takes a pitch down low, ball 1. Terrell bounced into a double play back in the second inning. Fine play by Bucky Dent. Now they're going back of the bag to make the grab, step on the bag, and throw to first. That's slow ball 2-0.
Boston scored 2 runs in the 4th. Texas leads 5-2 at the end of 4.
All right. The 2-0 pitch over a strike call, 2-1. Mickey Rivers very shallow in center field, just standing there with his arms folded. He hasn't moved yet. And the pitch, he holds up. It's high, 3 balls and a strike. On deck, Butch Weiniger. Guidry's 3-1 delivery. Low, ball 4. And we'll pause for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions Radio Network.
WMCH Strauss Communications in New York. This is Mel Allen. If Yankee pitchers want to see someone with a really great delivery, they ought to call Emory. Emory, the Air Force in air freight.
Butch Weiniger, switch hitter, batting right-handed against Guidry. Fly to left his first time up. The pitch to Weiniger, swing and a foul, strike 1. Art France, the plate umpire, wants to take a look at that. It kicked off the shin guard of Fran Healy, and France will throw that ball out of play. Scuffed up a little bit. Twin fans haven't had too much to root about in the ball game. Line drive to left field. Roy White has to play it on one hop. And the Twins have runners at first and second with nobody out. A sinking line drive to left field by Butch Weiniger. And the batter now will be Lyman Bostock. Healy out to the mound to talk with Guidry. Yankees lead at 3-0, but the Twins threatening. That was their 3rd hit off Guidry. Now Bucky Dent has a word with Guidry. All right, Guidry back on the rubber. Bostock bounced to short his first time up, a left-hand batter. Guidry checks the runners. And the pitch, he checked his swing. No, he did not. It is strike 1. Started a swing, tried to hold the bat back, couldn't do it. Nettles in at third base. Rest of the Yankee infield in double play depth. Not looking for the bunt. The next pitch is low and inside, 1-1. Nobody out. The pitch is a bounce. Fair ball down the left field line. Carroll scored. Going to third is Weiniger. Into second base is Bostock with a double. And it's the Yankees 3, the Twins 1, but the Twins have runners at second and third with nobody out. Bostock, Frank Metzer, is taking a page out of the book of Rod Carew.
Yes, an inside-out swing on that one, Scooter, and just fair. It hit the chalk as it passed the bag at third base. Nettles was not able to get to it, and that is the 13th double this year for Lyman Bostock, who leads this team in 2 base hits. Gives him his 24th run batted in, and we're going to have a pinch hitter now for Wilpon. It will be Gorinsky. Bob Gorinsky, right-hand hitter, will bat for Rob Wilpon. Bob Gorinsky.
All right, runners are at second and third with nobody out. The Yankee infield playing back. And Gorinsky takes the strike on the outside corner.
He's been up 27 times this year with 4 base hits, all of them singles.
Guidry to the belt. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Nothing in 2 on Gorinsky. Big right-hand battery, 6'2", about 220. Guidry sets. And the pitch swing, and he just got a piece of it to stay alive. Foul tipped it. Again, Art Franz looks it over. And this one he keeps in play. Nobody out. Yanks in front 3-1, but the Twins are threatening here in the bottom of the fifth. They have a run in and runners at second and third, nobody out. The kick and the curve foul back on the screen, out of play. On deck, Roy Smalley, the shortstop.
This Bob Gorinsky, Phil, led the Coast League last year in homers and runs batted in.
Ooh, all right. Guidry gets the sign. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It was picked on one hop by Haley, who tagged Gorinsky. He went after a bad pitch. Nice play by Haley. So the third strikeout for Guidry, and now Roy Smalley, the batter. One out, runners still at second and third. Smalley flied to center and lined a single to right center. And now Billy Martin's going to come out and join Haley and Dent and Guidry on the mound. With Rod Carew up next, there's no way they're going to walk Roy Smalley to load him up for Carew. Not only is he a dangerous hitter, Frank, but one of the toughest men in the league to double up.
Oh, without a doubt, Bill.
So Billy Martin has his say out on the mound. Haley comes back. Bostock at second. And rather Weiniger at second. No, it's Bostock at second and Weiniger at third. Switch hitting Roy Smalley up there. And Guidry's pitch has bounced off the foot of Smalley. Fielded by Nettles. It's foul ball called right away. He fouled it right down off the top of his foot.
Baltimore's just scored a run in the top half of the sixth to tie Chicago 2-2. The White Sox are batting in the bottom half of the sixth inning.
All right, the count of one strike on Roy Smalley. Weiniger leads off third, Bostock off second. The pitch, swing and a miss. That pitch was down low, 0-2. Smalley walks around outside the batter's box. He knows he went fishing for a bad pitch. Yankees 3 and the Twins 1. Bottom of the fifth. Guidry rocks back. His pitch, line, foul. Right over the head of Weiniger, who was coming down the line at third. Guidry got that breaking pitch up a little too much. When he keeps it down, they go fishing for it. He gets the sign from Haley. Rocks back. And the pitch, that one down low, but Smalley laid off. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Roy White deep in left. Mickey Rivers not too deep in center, and Jackson not deep at all in right field. Right hand hitting Roy Smalley. Time is called, and Gene Mork, I believe, thought that Guidry had balked. And Mork is really arguing with plate umpire Art Franz.
I think Tony Oliva might have thought so down at first base. He was the one. He tried to call time to the first base umpire, Nick Bremigan, and motion in toward the dugout, which brought Mork out.
All right.
As soon as Mork came out, Greg Nettles and Fran Healy both raced out to the mound to talk to Ron Guidry, too.
Yeah. He might be doing a little something that could get him in trouble. He rocks back. The pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 3. Guidry gets a big strikeout, 2 in a row. That gives him a total of 4 on the night. And the batter now, Rod Carew. Carew walked and popped it short. And time is called. Again, Nettles and Haley out. Talking with Guidry. And they want to make sure that he doesn't do whatever he had done that made Mork and Oliva think that he had balked. Because the umpires now will be paying a little closer attention to Ron Guidry out on the mound. Yankees 3 and the Twins 1 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 out and runners at second and third. All right, Healy comes back. Nettles back to third. Rod Carew ready. The pitch is a curve outside, ball 1. Guidry holds the ball in front of him. Now delivers to the plate. That's outside, ball 2-0. Healy looking in to see if they want to walk Carew and pitch to Dan Ford. But Billy Martin did not give him the sign. The 2-0 pitch. Inside, ball 3-0. Healy looks in again. And now they're going to put him on an intentional walk to Rod Carew. And this is a little unusual. Puts the potential go-ahead run at first base. Carew is on with a walk.
That's what Carew can do for a team, though, Phil. Left-hand hitter against a left-hand pitcher. They put him on intentionally. Even though he's the go-ahead run, they'll take their chances with a left-hand pitcher throwing to a right-hand batter rather than throw 3-0 to Rod Carew.
All right, Frank. Quite a tribute to Rod Carew. And now Dan Ford will be the batter. And again, Healy wants to call time and talk with Guidry. Ford has struck out and bounced to the shortstop. Been a very slow ball game. Zahn taking a lot of time out on the mound. A lot of huddles. Heisel getting injured out in left field. Delay of the game. All right, bases loaded, 2 men out. The Yanks lead 3-1. The pitch to Ford, foul off his foot, and he's hopping around outside the batter's box. That hurt. When Guidry keeps that ball down, it's tough for the Twin hitters or any hitter to do anything much with it. Ford still limping around outside the batter's box. Ford has good power. Now he steps in. Guidry kicks. His pitch swing and another foul off his foot. 2 in a row, he fouled off the same foot. And I mean, that's got to hurt. The odds against that happening are pretty good.
Ask Catfish.
Oh, that's right. Now, that was even more unusual. Catfish Hunter was hit in the foot with a line drive, had to leave the ball game, and the next time he pitched must have been about a month later. And was it the same guy, or?
No, Von Joshua got him first time. I forget who it was the second time, but the leadoff batter in the ball game on the same foot, the same spot.
All right, 0-2 on Danny Ford. Guidry ready. His pitch. Ground ball at second base. Up with it, Willie Randolph over to Chambliss, and they get out of the inning, and what a job by Ron Guidry. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 3 men left. At the end of 5, the Yankees 3 and the Twins 1.
Gentlemen, the Ale Masters Ale is here. McSorley's Cream Ale. McSorley's has all the hearty, full-bodied flavor that an ale should have, plus a smoothness that no other ale has. McSorley's is the macho ale for men of courage and daring, men with a taste for life. Gentlemen, order a bottle at your tavern or club, or pick up a 6-pack at the supermarket, and you'll thank me for telling you about the ultimate in ales, the Ale Masters Ale, McSorley's Cream Ale. McSorley's Limited, Orange, New Jersey.
Here's something you ought to know. The fresher your spark plugs, the better your car's mileage. It's just that simple.
Filler up with Champion. Pull out the old, plug in the new. Filler up with Champion.
The folks at Champion tested cars like yours all across the country. They found that replacing worn plugs with a fresh set of Champion spark plugs can improve your mileage and performance. So if that sounds good to you, fill her up with Champions, the world's #1 seller.
Fill her up, fill her up, fill her up with Champion. Pull out the old, plug in the new. Fill her up with Champion.
On the scoreboard, a final from Montreal. The New York Mets have defeated the Montreal Expos 6-4. Tom Seaver gets the win. He is 5-3. Brown, the loser, 1-4. John Stearns had a grand slam home run in the ball game for the Mets, and that was the difference in the game. Scooter?
All right, Frank, so Joe Torre is 2 for 2 as a new manager for the Mets. Greg Nettles, the batter. Greg walked and doubled and scored. Swings and misses strike one.
And Alvin Dark's winning streak ended this afternoon when the Giants shut out the Padres 2-0.
Well, you can't win them all. We know that. A one-strike pitch, changeup. He swung, couldn't check it. It foul tipped it anyway into the catcher's glove. Strike 2. Jeff Zahn on the mound.
They've just made an announcement. They're calling a doctor down to the Twins clubhouse, perhaps to look at Heisel.
And he struck him out. Well, Frank and I both said that he looked like he was seriously hurt. And it was amazing that he continued in the ball game at all. Could not run, could barely walk. So Zahn gets his third strikeout of the ball game. And the batter now, Fran Healy, fly to center and helped build a run with a nice sacrifice bunt in the 4th inning. Yankees used the double by Nettles, the sacrifice bunt by Healy, and a sacrifice fly by Bucky Dent. Healy takes a curve down low, ball 1. The left-hander winds and delivers. It's on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck, Bucky Dent. 2 of the most beautiful rainbow today after the tremendous hailstorm. The 1-1 pitch, foul back in the upper deck and out of play. And look at that full moon coming up over that center field fence.
He had the moon full last night.
That's right.
Got 2 nights in a row, full moon?
Full moon, yep. And in Boston we had it. Oh, that's right. That was last
night.
These plane trips, I forget where I am. Another foul in the upper deck and out of play. It was white up in Boston. It's a beautiful Halloween moon tonight. Kind of yellowish orange.
You sure it was full last night?
Yes, perfectly full. We had the television camera shoot it when we were on TV.
Well, how could it be full 2 nights in a row?
It can be full for 3 nights. A bouncer to the right side by Carew. One-handed by Terrell. Throw to first. They got him. With Zahn covering a pretty play, Terrell, who moved from third to second, one-handed and threw him out. Play goes 4-1. Frank, I'm really not sure. I just said that. It looked full. All right, Bucky Dent hit to the box and hit a sacrifice fly. The Yankees lead 3-1 at the top of the 6th. Zahn delivers to Bucky Dent outside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch hit right through the middle, right through the pitcher's legs out to center field for a base hit. Could not get the glove down in time. The Yankees' 7th hit of the ball game, and the batter now, Willie Randolph. Willie struck out double to right and scored, and fly to right. Two out and Dent at first. The pitch to Willie, hard ground ball. Nice play by Gorinsky. Throw to second in time by Cubbage, I should say. Mike Cubbage dove to his left, one-handed the ball, threw to Terrell for the 4th play. A pretty play. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left, and at the end of 5.5, the Yankees 3 and the Twins 1.
Defeated Atlanta 5-2. Had better than 25,000 in Cincinnati for the ball game tonight. Zachary the winner, Easterly the loser. 5-2, Cincinnati over Atlanta. Scooter?
All right, Mike Cubbage will lead it off. First time he's been a bat in the game, and Cubbage takes a strike. Cubbage having a pretty good year, batting .296, 7 doubles, a triple, and 21 runs batted in. He's a left-hand batter.
John Mayberry has hit 2 home runs for Kansas City tonight. George Brett has hit 1, and Kansas City leads Toronto 9-1 in the 8th inning.
All right. The pitch, swing and a miss at a breaking pitch. 0-2 on Cubbage. Guidry delivers, and it's down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yankees 3 and the Twins 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody out and nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He went fishing for a breaking pitch. Strikeout number 5 for Guidry. And now Craig Cusick, the batter. Cusick had an infield hit and bounced to short. Big right-hand batter. And Guidry's curve misses everybody back to the screen, bounces out, and Healy grabs it. That's the show at Todd France. One ball, no strikes, 1 man out. Foul in back of the plate, 1-1.
Detroit Tigers are coming back for Fidrich. They got 2 runs in the 8th inning. Cleveland now leads 5-4 in the 9th.
All right. On the outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Guidry gets the sign from Healy. And the pitch, bouncing ball, and by Dent into center field, a base hit. Dent was shading him in the hole. He is a pull hitter. That's the 5th hit for the Twins. And the batter now, Jerry Terrell, hit into a double play, walked and scored. Terrell, very slight right-handed batter. And takes a strike on the outside corner. Chambliss holding the bag against Cusick. Guidry points to Dent. Bucky says, I'll take it if the ball's hit back to you. Ron to the belt. His pitch foul back in the crowd, out of play. 0-2. Terrell chokes up on the bat. Guidry kicks, delivers. It's high, almost a wild pitch. Good play by Healy. A ball and 2 strikes. Once again, the pitch to the plate, swing and a foul back. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Nicky Rivers very shallow in center, as is Reggie Jackson in right. And the pitch to Terrell, fouled back into the seats and out of play. Terrell does have 1 home run this year. 2 doubles and a homer in his 17 hits. Guidry sets again. The pitch down low, and the count is even at 2-2. 1 man out. 3-1. The Yankees are leading in the bottom of the 6th. Stretch by Guidry. And the pitch popped up on the right side. Chris Chambliss in foul territory, has a lot of room and makes the catch. There are 2 away. And with 2 out, Butch Weiniger, the catcher, up. Weiniger flying to left and lined a single to left. Switch hitting catcher, Butch Weiniger. Yankees with a 2-run lead. And Guidry's pitch is high, ball 1. Weiniger has 9 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers on the year. Cusick leads off first. The pitch on the inside corner, 1-1. Guidry kicks and delivers. He couldn't check his swing in time. It's strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just didn't have the bat control to keep that bat back. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 out. Guidry gets a sign from Healy and delivers to the plate. Foul back in the seats and out of play. We'll pause for station identification.
This is Yankee Baseball from the Lincoln Savings Bank. Repair or redecorate with a low-cost Lincoln Home Improvement Loan and get a 10% discount on materials from Macros Lumber and Pergament Home Decorating Centers. Call 782-6000, member FDIC. WMCA, Strauss Communications in New York.
In the bottom of the 6th, which Weiniger the batter. Guidry ready, kicks, delivers, swing and a miss, strike 3. Guidry picking up his 6th strikeout. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left. At the end of 6, the Yankees 3 and the Twins 1.
Mickey Rivers will lead off the 7th inning for the Yankees. Mickey is 1 for 3, had an infield hit in the 1st inning and was thrown out trying to steal. The Yankees are leading 3-1. Jeff Zahn, the left-hander, kicks and fires. A curve that is hit in the air to right field. Coming on for Ford, and the right fielder makes the catch. Dan Ford had to make the catch on the run coming in. 1 down, and Thurman Munson will step in. The Yankees scored a run in the 2nd on an inning leadoff homer by Chris Chambliss. His 6th home run of the year. Yankees got a run in the 3rd on a double by Randolph, a ground out, and a passed ball allowing Randolph to score. In the 4th, a double by Nettles, a sacrifice by Healy, and a sacrifice fly by Dent produced run number 3. Munson takes a strike over the outside corner. Thurman came in hitting .326. He has gone 0 for 3, called out on strikes, popped to first, and fly to center. Zahn deals. Munson swings on a curve, hits it to deep center field. Back goes Bostock, and he makes the catch going back. He really made that catch over his right shoulder. As he was going back to the wall, he turned his right side toward the infield and cradled the ball in a basket catch. There are 2 down. And here's Chris Chambliss. Chambliss home run in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd, walked again in the 5th inning. The homer is 6th of the year. He now has 31 runs batted in. The pitch to him. Sidearm breaking ball for a strike. Tom Bergmeyer, a left-hander, is up again in the Minnesota Twins bullpen. Zahn deals. Chambliss checks his swing. Pitch was low, and now a strike is called by the 3rd base umpire, Jerry Neudecker. On an appeal, Neudecker calls it a strike. And 2 the count, and the pitch is inside, off the glove of the catcher, Weiniger, and rolls back toward the backstop. Weiniger retrieves it to keep it in play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Chambliss. A swing and a bounce at a first. Carew has it on the 2nd hop, goes to the bag himself to retire the side. The Yankees are out in order, and in the middle of the 7th inning. The score, the New York Yankees 3 and the Minnesota Twins 1. Lyman Bostock, the batter. He takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. And now Guidry is down low, 1-1. To report on Larry Heisel, he suffered a bruised left knee hitting the wall and a bruised left elbow hitting the wall. There's a drag bunt foul by the left-hand hitting Bostock. We just got the announcement that Heisel will miss tomorrow's game, but is expected back after a game or two with a bruised left knee and a bruised left elbow as a result of running into the wall. 1-2 pitch. Check swing, bounce to the shortstop. Dent has it. The throw to first in plenty of time. Bostock is out. The Yankees are leading 3-1 here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. The Twins scored in the fifth. A leadoff walk to Jerry Terrell. Butch Weiniger singled to left field with Terrell going to second. Bostock doubled to left field, scoring Terrell. But then with runners at second and third and nobody out, Ron Guidry struck out Bob Gorinsky, a pinch hitter. He also struck out Roy Smalley. They put Carew on, and then Dan Ford grounded into an out 4-3. So Guidry pitched out of trouble. 1-0 delivery here to Gorinsky, and he takes a strike. The count is 1-1. Gorinsky batted for Wilfong in the fifth and stayed in the ballgame to play left field, replacing Larry Heisel. Now the 1-1 delivery, low and bounces off the shin guard of Fran Healy. 2 balls and 1 strike. Crowd that could be the biggest of the year for the Twins on hand tonight. Foul is peeled back on the screen, and the count levels 2-2 on Bob Gorinsky. Two-two pitch. Struck him out. Swing and a miss. Gorinsky fans for the second time. And that is the 7th strikeout for Ron Guidry. It brings up the shortstop, Roy Smalley. Smalley is 1 for 3. In the first inning, he flied to center, singled to right center in the third, and struck out in the fifth. Guidry came out of a tough jam in the 5th inning. Back-to-back strikeouts of Gorinsky and Smalley. Left-hander rocks and offers. Sharp curveball for a call strike. Kansas City has defeated Toronto 11-3. That is final. Kansas City 11, Toronto 3. And the 0-1 pitch. Fastball is in for a call, strike 2. New York Mets beat Montreal 6-4. Cincinnati over Atlanta 5-2, and the Giants shut out San Diego 2-0. Fastball is hit in the air to center field. High fly. Rivers tracing back, is under it. Mickey waiting, and he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 7, the score. The Yankees 3 and the Twins 1. Roy White leads off the Yankee 8th. Roy is 2 for 3 and he's been on base 3 times. He takes a pitch on the outside corner from the left-hander Jeff Zahn. Strike 1. Roy has singled twice and reached on an error by the third baseman Terrell. Covich is now at third. And this one is high. 1-1. Roy, a switch hitter, batting right against the southpaw Jeff Zahn. Pitch coming to him. Curveball is hit in the air to shallow center field. Coming on, Lyman Bostock. And the center fielder makes the catch. Well, it's all over at Detroit. And Cleveland won the ball game 6-4, handing Fidrich his second loss of the season. Cleveland 6 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. Detroit 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Jim Bibby, the winner, 4-2, and Mark the Bird Fidrich, the loser, 0-2. Reggie Jackson is up. He has walked, grounded out, and flied out. He takes a curve for a called strike. They play him well around to the right side with Terrell at second back in the right field grass. He fouls this one straight back, and the count is strike 2. The attendance has been announced. We'll give it to you in just a moment. It'll be the largest crowd of the season for the Twins. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Jackson is called out on strikes on 3 pitches. 4 strikeouts for Jeff Zahn. And the batter will be Greg Nettles. The paid attendance tonight, 23,684. Twins' previous high for a single game, a little better than 16,000. So it is the biggest crowd of the season. Boston has come back to take a 6-5 lead over Texas with 4 runs in the 6th inning. Highlight, a home run by Carl Yastrzemski. Nettles hits a high fly ball straight away center field, not too deep. Bostock is there, sets up and makes the catch, and the Yankees are retired in order. At the end of 7.5, the score, the Yankees 3 and the Twins 1.
Well, bat days on Sunday, June 12, and Adirondack official Little League bats free to all fans 14 and under. The Yankees will be playing the same Minnesota Twins. Game time is 2 o'clock. That's Sunday, June 12, bat day at Yankee Stadium. All you fans 14 and under will get an Adirondack official Little League bat free. By the way, when the team returns home, they host Minnesota June 10th, 11th, and 12th, and the Kansas City Royals come on June 13th, 14th, and 16th. That's June 13th, 14th, and 16th. So pretty good baseball coming up when the Yankees come back home, or go back home, Frank Messer.
Excellent baseball. Chance to see Rod Carew, the league's leading hitter. Rod has been on base twice tonight, walked both times, and he'll lead off the bottom half of the 8th inning. He'll be followed by Dan Ford and then Mike Pebbage. Ron Guidry has silenced the bats to a great extent tonight. His first pitch is butted foul off the third base line. Carew tried a running bunt and fouled it off. The Twins have only 5 base hits off Guidry. Twins, coming into this game, were averaging 6 runs per ball game. The Yankees are leading 3-1 behind the strong left arm of young Ron Guidry. The 0-1 pitch to Rod Carew. Guidry rocks back. Here it comes. Fastball. He bunts at it and misses. Strike 2.
Carew has been known, Frank Messer, to bunt at a 2-strike pitch and do it safely.
Oh, yes. He can do just about anything with that bat. He had 66 hits coming into this game, batting .365. 2-strike deal. Just a bit outside. Carew has 11 doubles, 5 triples, 3 home runs, 25 RBIs, 31 runs scored. 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2 and 2. He has now walked 21 times and struck out 21 times. Two and 2 pitch on the way. Fast and low, ball 3. So Guidry had him nothing in 2 and now goes 3 and 2. Fran Healy goes out in front of the plate to say something to his left-hander. Season total attendance here in Minnesota is posted 155,623. 3 and 2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, and Carew is called out on strikes.
Well, you don't often see that. Rod usually swings that bat and swings at just about anything. And a pitch like that, he normally hits inside out to left field, Frank.
Well, whether he's pulled on the pitch, didn't pick it up right away, or what, we just don't know about. He is called out on strikes, and Guidry has his 8th strikeout in the ballgame. The batter will be Dan Ford. Ford has struck out once and grounded out twice. Right-hand hitter. Guidry's first offering. Hit in the air down the right field line. Coming hard for it, Reggie Jackson's coming, and he can't get to it. Foul ball. The ball hit down in the area of the Minnesota bullpen and out of the reach of Reggie Jackson. Down in the bullpen, right-hander Tom Johnson is warming up. Minnesota manager Gene Mauch goes freely to his bullpen of Tom Bergmeyer, Ron Schuler, Tom Johnson, and Dave Johnson. 1-1 pitch to Ford. Right-hand hitter bats it on the ground to third. Nettles has it. The throw to first base, and he just does get him. That ball was smashed, and Greg Nettles staggered back a step before he could set himself and throw to first.
I don't think he knew he had the ball, Frank. The way he looked around, he looked up in the air. I think he thought the ball went off his glove and over his head. He looked up and around him, didn't see it. Finally looked in the glove. The ball was there. Made a strong throw to Chambliss.
Greg is shaking his right hand. That ball might have hit his right hand. He might have got the hand in the glove before the ball got there and got it mashed a little bit. He is still shaking his right hand and clenching a fist. And blows on the hand. Here's Mike Cubbage. Cubbage batted in the 6th inning and struck out. And now they change. Willie Norwood is set up to bat for Cubbage, and he takes low for a ball. Willie Norwood batting for Cubbage. Norwood is hitting .095, 2 for 21, a single and a double. And this pitch is in for a called strike. Norwood, a right-hand batter. Cubbage was left-handed, and the pitch to Norwood. Hit on the ground at third again. Nettles is up with it. Easier chance this time, and he throws him out. The Twins go 1, 2, 3, and at the end of 8, it's the Yankees 3 and the Twins 1.
Introducing the lightweight champion of the world, new Rheingold Extra Light Beer. This is Mel Allen at ringside, right here with a winner, Rheingold Extra Light. And folks, it's terrific. Extra Light doesn't taste like it doesn't fill you up. So you can go with it round after round. It's crisp and full-bodied, the way a great beer should taste. Extra Light has all that same rich flavor Rheingold's been brewing for umpteen years. Because Rheingold, who originated low-calorie beers, wouldn't make it any other way. Rheingold Extra Light is the perfect brew when the weather gets warm and heavy. For today's active people, it's today's kind of beer. Clear, clean, light going down. This is the one that'll set you beer fans cheery. The lightweight champion. You must try new Rheingold Extra Light. It's the low-calorie beer that doesn't taste like it doesn't fill you up. Rheingold Breweries, New York.
You're gonna like the way we do things.
And you're going to like when we do things at AMCO Transmissions. Because if you take your car to AMCO in the morning, chances are you'll have it back the very same evening. That's one-day service. And that's just another reason we're the world's largest transmission specialist.
You're gonna like the way we do things at AMCO. 'Cause at AMCO,
We get most cars done in one day.
we do things right.
AMCO, AA, MCO.
Well, we have some changes for the Twins, but first of all, a final score from Chicago. The White Sox have defeated Baltimore 4-2. That's a final. Ken Brett, the winner, 6-3. Jim Palmer, the loser, 7-4. Chicago, 4 runs on 9 hits. Baltimore, 2 runs on 7 hits, and that is a final. So if the Yankees can hang on here, they can pick up a game on the Orioles. Right now, the Twins have switched Jerry Terrell back to third. Rod Carew is now playing second, and Craig Cusick is playing first. The pitcher is Tom Johnson, a right-hander, and Fran Healy swings and misses on a breaking ball, strike one. Bucky Dent is on deck, and then Willie Randolph against right-hander Tom Johnson. Johnson is making his 21st relief appearance. He has won 4, lost 2, and saved 6. Right-hander winds and delivers. A breaking ball is swung on and missed, and that pitch was well outside the strike zone. No balls and 2 strikes to Fran Healy. Healy is 0 for 2 tonight. Flied out, sacrificed, and grounded out to second. 0-2 pitch. Low and outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Hey, Gene Mauch doesn't mind shifting his players around.
He shifted one in spring training. Frank, while the game was in progress.
In spring training?
Yeah. Switched third baseman on us.
1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We thought he was at a hockey game, changing on the fly.
First baseman runs for a foul ball over by the dugout. He may not come out again, huh? 2-2 pitches coming from Johnson. Did he check his swing? He did not. The play is called by Nick Bremigan, the first base umpire, and he calls it strike 3. Healy strikes out. First strikeout for Tom Johnson. Tom Johnson shows an earned run average of 1.49. In 36 and 2/3 innings now, he has allowed only 6 earned runs, 7 walks, and now 22 strikeouts. He'll pitch to Bucky Dent. They played Dent up the middle, and he curves him low and away. Ball 1. Dent is 1 for 2. He has bounced to the pitcher, driven in a run with a sacrifice fly and single. 1-0 pitch. On the outside corner, a strike call, 1-1. The Yankees scored a run in the second on Chris Chandler's 6th home run of the year. Dent drove in a run in the 4th, and in the 3rd inning, Willie Randolph scored from 3rd on a pass ball charged to Butch Weiniger. The count goes 2-1 on Bucky Dent. Johnson works quickly. His predecessor, Zahn, very slow worker. The breaking ball missed outside, and the count is 3-1 to Bucky Dent. Delivery. Curve is bounced to 3rd. Short hop by Terrell. The throw to first base in time to Cusick. There are 2 down. We'll be on the air tomorrow night at 8:15 with the pregame show, 8:25 with the game broadcast. Ed Figueroa will be the pitcher tomorrow night for the New York Yankees. Jeff Holley, a left-hander with a record of 2-1, will pitch for the Twins. Here's Willie Randolph with 2 outs, and he bunts through a breaking ball, strike 1. Willie is 1 for 4. Double to right in the 3rd inning and scored run number 2 for the Yankees. The Yankees lead 3-1. Tom Johnson rocks and fires, and strike 2 is called as Randolph took the bat away from a bunt attempt. Willie turns around to argue with the plate umpire, Arthur France. Willie walks well away from the plate now, very upset on the call, and time is held for him by France. Now Randolph steps back in, bangs the bat on the plate, and the 0-2 pitch. Curveball struck him out swinging to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 8.5 innings. The score: the Yankees 3 and the Twins 1.
Good, then you just gotta come to Geno's, because that's where you'll find Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken, golden brown and finger-licking good. They go together, Kentucky Fried Chicken and Geno's. So come on, come to Geno's and feel good.
Well, it's going to be Gym Bag Day at the stadium Saturday, July 23rd. That's a brand new item, and I think you're going to like that gift. A vinyl gym bag to all fans 14 and under, as the Yankees will host the Milwaukee Brewers. Game time at 2 o'clock. That's Saturday, the 23rd of July, Gym Bag Day. And by the way, groups of 30 or more, if you want to attend a Yankee home game, contact Group Sales. That's 293-4300, and if you're out of the 212 area, it's 212-293-4300.
All right, Bill White. Paul Blair has got into play right field for the Yankees. We go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. The Yankees leading 3-1. And the Boston Red Sox have added another run. The pitch to Craig Cusick is lined into left field. That'll be a base hit. The ball is thrown back in by Roy White, and Craig Cusick starts the 9th off with a sharp single to left field, his 3rd hit of the ball game. Cusick is now 3 for 4.
Becky Morabito, the Yankee public relations director, just came in, Frank, and as Cusick got that base hit, he whispered into my ear that Guidry has never gone more than 8 1/3 innings since he's been up here.
That's very true, Bill. That's happened to him prior to this year. He's trying to get his first complete game, and the Twins bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Jerry Terrell, a right-hand batter. Terrell is not a prospect to tie it up. He is not a long ball hitter, and he takes the ball outside. We mentioned the Red Sox added a run in the 7th on Carl Yastrzemski's second home run of the ball game against Texas. 1-0 pitch. Line down a base hit out into center field. Cusick stops at second as Mickey Rivers throws in, and the Twins have the tying runs on base.
Well, Sparky Lyle and Dick Tidrow getting loose for the Yankees in their bullpen. And these fans here making a lot of noise. They haven't had much to cheer about. The Twins' biggest crowd of the year, and here comes Billy Martin.
I don't know, Billy, with a very purposeful walk out to the mound, and Guidry may not go 8 1/3 innings in this ball game. Billy may be going out there to make a pitching change. Greg Nettles meets him at the foul line and has something to say to Billy. We told you that Carl Yastrzemski had hit his second home run tonight, and Boston now leads Texas 7-5. At the end of 3 innings, Texas had a 5-0 lead.
You know, with Butch Weininger due in, Frank, it doesn't make any difference whom Martin brings in, because Weininger's a switch hitter. If he brings in Lyle, of course, Weininger will have to bat right-handed. If he brings in Tidrow, Weininger will just turn around and bat left-handed. Knowing Gene Mock, he'll probably have him bunting anyway, because Mock pretty much is a book manager.
Well, Billy is going to leave Guidry in the ball game. I'll tell you, this is one of those unusual nights. You'd rather have the switch hitters batting right than left, because now a very stiff breeze is blowing out toward right field. Normally, this is a right-hand hitter's ballpark. But the wind tonight definitely would favor a left-hand hitter. Butch Weininger will step in with runners at first and second, and the Yankees will look for the bunt. The set by Guidry, and the pitch. He did not give an indication as he took a strike, a fastball. Weininger has sacrificed 4 times this year.
Evidently, Mock wants to gamble. Normally, he would have a guy like this bunting because Weininger doesn't have that much speed. Now, Carl Kuehl, the third base coach, brings Weininger out of the batter's box. Of course, this could be a decoy, too, to try to get a fastball out of Ron Guidry. But normally, Mock would play by the book, have Weininger, who can't run well, bunt the runners over, and depend upon Bostock, who might be his best hitter, and Gorinsky.
All right, the 0-1 pitch. He swings away and fouls it back in the upper deck, strike 2, and we'll pause for station identification. New York Yankee, home of champions, radio network.
WMCA, Strauss Communications in New York.
The 0-2 pitch will be coming to Weininger. Here it is, and he takes it high, a ball and 2 strikes. Craig Cusick at second, Jerry Terrell at first. A ball and 2 strikes now on Weininger.
Here's where a veteran pitcher, Frank's got to keep that ball down to try to get that ground ball, especially here where that ball goes so well to left center field. If you get it up, you might get in trouble.
All right, there's the set by Guidry. The pitch is inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fran Healy thought that might have nicked the inside corner. He was very slow in tossing the ball back to Guidry. Arthur France called to the ball. It's 2-2 on Butch Weininger. Cusick and Terrell lead from second and first. Infield up the middle. The outfield is spread deep and left. The 2-2 pitch. He hits it on the ground at third, and a bounce over Nettles' head into left field. Here comes 1 run. Roy White throws in quickly to third. That was a double play ball, and it took a bad hop over Nettles' head and went on to left field. A base hit, a run batted in, and Guidry will be out of the ball game as Martin goes out again.
And he'll probably want Sparky Lyle, Frank. Martin very much upset with Art France, the home plate umpire, as he goes out to the mound. He wants the left-hander Sparky Lyle, but on the way out, he let France know that he thought that curveball that Weininger took was a good pitch.
And Billy is still directing his remarks toward the plate umpire, Arthur France. France glares back, and Billy is not going to give up. Billy Martin is out there to make a pitching change, and right now, the new pitcher is making his way to the mound.
Rickle helps you do it better. Do it better with Rickle.
You always get more at a Rickle Home Center. More value on all your do-it-yourself home and auto needs. Right now, Rickle has a great buy for you on high-quality Kendall Motor Oil. Kendall Motor Oil will keep your engine running smoothly, keep automotive maintenance costs low. Visit a Rickle Home Center for more of everything you need. You'll find more and save more at Rickle.
Rickle helps you do it better. Do it better with Rickle. If all you need is money, come on into HFC.
If you're thinking about a faraway vacation, but money's keeping you close to home, come on into HFC. With an HFC travel loan, you could get away from it all. HFC, an equal opportunity lender.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in.
Household finance, where people use our money to get the most out of life.
Come on into HFC.
Well, as Sparky Lowell goes out to the mound, we'll catch you up on the scores. There are 3 finals so far in the American League. In a big game, the White Sox beat the Baltimore Orioles 4-2. Kenny Brett won that ball game. He's now 6-3, and he beat Jim Palmer. Palmer's now 7-4. Kansas City beat Toronto 11-3 in that ball game. Kansas City got 15 base hits. So Kansas City 11, Toronto 3. Cleveland beat Detroit 6-4. Jim Bibby 4-2 the winner. Mark Fidrich 0-2 the loser. Ball game still going on. It's Boston 7, the Texas Rangers 5 at the end of 6.5 innings down in Arlington, Texas. Oakland and Seattle at the end of 1. There's no score. Over the National League, a couple of finals. The Mets beat Montreal 6-4, and Cincinnati beat Atlanta 5-2. Pittsburgh 3, the Phillies nothing at the end of 7.5 innings in Philadelphia. Chicago 3, St. Louis 2, with the Cardinals now batting in the bottom half of the 9th inning in that ball game. The Dodgers 3, the Houston Astros 2 at the end of 7.5 innings down at the Astrodome. And here's another final, San Francisco, the Giants 2, the San Diego Padres nothing. That's a final. And right here, of course, it's 3-2 Yankees, but the Yankees in a bit of trouble in the bottom of the 9th, Frank.
There are runners at first and second, nobody out. Lyle will be pitching to Lyman Bostock. Before Billy Martin left the mound, he and Greg Nettles had a long conference down the third baseline. Then Nettles went over to talk to Bucky Dent. Normally, you would not expect Bostock to be bunting, but he is a left-hand hitter, and he might be up there to bunt against Sparky Lyle. He has not sacrificed this year. But Nettles will play it on the grass, Chambliss at the edge of the grass, and we'll see what happens as Lyle is ready to work. Nobody out, runners at first and second. The Yankees are leading 3-2. The set by Lyle, and the pitch. He swings away and misses. Not a good swing by Bostock. Bostock doubled back in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 3. The double was his 13th two-base hit of the year. Very deep in the batter's box. The left foot is outside the batter's box, as a matter of fact, but Healy does not call attention to it. The 0-1 pitch. They back off, and he squared the bunt. The pitch is low and away. 1-1. That time, Nettles broke back to cover third. Chambliss backed off at first, and Bucky Dent had broken over towards second, so there might have been a pickoff play on, and Lyle delivered the plate. 1-1. Next pitch coming, he squares and takes. Low and away, ball 2, 2-1. Guessing game going on between Billy Martin and Gene Mock. Will he bunt? Won't he bunt? You want to run your shortstop to third? You want to try a pickoff play? What are you going to do? Lyle comes set. 2-1 pitch. He squares and bunts through it. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Bostock as he missed on the bunt attempt. Nettles will play cozy at third now, about even with a bag, and Chambliss backs off deep at first. The outfield, look at Rivers, very, very shallow in center field. Paul Blair, very shallow in right. Lyle drops the hands, the 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, a shortstop, slowly hit, Dent is up, only play first base, he's out, and the runners move up. Carroll goes to third. Weiniger to second. On a slow ground ball, Dead had to charge the ball in toward the mound, and the only play he had was first base. Even with the lack of speed on the part of Butch Weiniger, the runner at first, there was no chance to start a double play or even make a play at second. So with one out, the tying run is at third, the potential winning run is at second, and the batter is Bob Gorinsky, a right-hand hitter. Gorinsky twice against Ron Guidry struck out. Gorinsky is out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. His father, Clarence Gorinsky, played fullback for Penn State in the Cotton Bowl in 1948. Gorinsky, quite a football player himself, but signed into baseball instead. Right-hand hitter, the infield is in. Runners second and third. Lyle sets. Here's the pitch, and he takes the slider for a strike. That was not a good hard slider from Sparky Lyle. It appeared that he took something off of it. Got it on the inside corner to the right-hand batter. The next pitch to him. Swing and a foul straight back, strike two. The infield in, the outfield White in left is deep. Rivers shallow in center, and Blair is shallow in right field. The tying run is at third. The potential winning run at second.
I'll say a little unorthodox, Frank. Yankees trying to cut this run off because they're cutting down the lateral movement. The ball gets through that infield, the ball game might be over. But they're gambling.
All right, Bill. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Foul back off Fran Healy. Fouled it back off Healy's left leg. The count rides, 0-2. Roy Smalley is the on-deck hitter. The infield in, Nettles at third, Dead at short, Randolph at second, Chambliss at first. Got to be alert. Rivers shades now toward left field. Lyle sets. The 0-2 pitch. He struck him out. A swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Gorinsky slams his bat down as he strikes out for the third time in this ball game. There are 2 outs.
I'll tell you one thing, Frank. There are either a lot of Yankee fans up here in Minnesota or a lot of Billy Martin fans. Because at least 1/3 of this stadium got up and cheered a bit when Lyle struck out Gorinsky.
All right, Bill Nettles in to talk to Sparky Lyle. Runners second and third, 2 down. And the batter is Roy Smalley, a switch hitter, batting right. Smalley is 1 for 4 in the ball game. Yankees are leading 3-2, bottom half of the ninth. 2 on with 2 gone. Lyle is ready to work off the set position. The left-hander deals high, a ball. Art France almost threw the right hand up. The shoulder moved, but he held it down and said it was a ball. The set again. And the pitch. Check swing low and inside. Ball 2 and a nice block by Healy.
Hell, that Rod Carew kneeling on deck. This is a guy that Lyle wants to get out. Of course, Smalley has hurt the Yankees in the past, but you'd rather try to pitch to him than to Carew.
2-0 pitch. High, it's ball 3. Smalley is out looking down at Carl Keel, the third base coach. 3 balls and no strikes. Lyle sets. And the pitch is taken. Strike call, 3-1. Lyle walks back off the mound, goes for the rosin, blows on his pitching hand, rubs the ball on the pants leg. Now back on top. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Check swing, ball 4. The bases are loaded. Bucky Dent comes into the mound. The bases are loaded, 2 outs, and the league's leading hitter, Rod Carew, will be stepping in. Carew tonight has walked twice, popped up, and been called out on strikes. In the 8th inning, he took a 3-2 pitch for strike 3. Fans are on their feet here at the Metropolitan Stadium. The Twins, trailing by a run, have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Rod Carew, left-hand hitter. Nettles even with the bag. Dent and Randolph up the middle. The outfield shallow in center and right. Chambliss is back at first base. Roy White guards the line over toward the edge in left field. Lyle off the set. And the pitch. Taken. Ball 1. Looked like it had the plate and must have been low. 1 ball and no strikes to Carew. Lyle ready to work again. The 1-0 pitch. Taken for a strike, a breaking ball, and the count is even 1-1. Bases loaded. 2 down, 1-1 on Carew. Sparky rocks and fires. Pitches foul back in the mezzanine. A ball and 2 strikes on Carew. One and 2 on Rod Carew. The runners edge away. Lyle drops the hands. Here's the pitch to him. He swings and looks it out of the left field. Base hit. 1 run scores. White's throw will not be in time, and the Twins win 4-3. The Twins fans are ecstatic, as well they might be. The Yankees leading 3-1 going to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Rod Carew batting with the bases loaded. Inside outed one into left field. Carroll scored easily, and Weiniger scored unmolested as the ball was fielded by Roy White, and no play at the plate. So the Twins come up with 3 runs in the bottom half of the 9th inning and win the ball game 4-3 as Rod Carew, hitless until the 9th, collects his 67th base hit of the year to drive in the tying and winning run for Minnesota. We'll be back with the totals and the recap in just a moment. The final score here in Bloomington, the Minnesota Twins 4 and the New York Yankees 3.
Are you in the mood for a new dining experience? Then why not visit a charming spot where you can sample 4 different cuisines from a single kitchen? That's at the Swiss Center Restaurant, 4 West 49th Street, where the menu boasts of taste treats from the 4 separate cuisines of Switzerland: German Swiss, French Swiss, Italian Swiss, and the little-known culture Romanche. It seems that the great majority of fine chefs in the world are trained in Switzerland. Well, here is your chance to find out what a trained Swiss chef can do when he's working in a little bit of Switzerland in New York. And besides the intriguing Swiss specialties on the menu, don't overlook the 23 Swiss wives, most of which Americans have never tasted before. That's the Swiss Center Restaurant, 4 West 49th Street, just off 5th Avenue. Open Monday through Saturday for lunch and dinner. Free parking for dinner guests. Visit Swiss Center soon.
Well, the Minnesota Twins come up with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th to beat the Yankees here tonight by a score of 4-3. Chris Chambliss got the Yankees off and running in the 2nd inning with his 5th home run of the year to give the Yankees a 1-0 lead. They scrambled for a run in the 3rd on a pass ball. Randolph, who had doubled, went to third base on a bounce out by Rivers and scored on that pass ball, made it 2-0 Yankees. Then in the 4th inning, a double by Nettles, a sacrifice by Healy, and a sacrifice fly by Bucky Dent made it 3-0 Yankees. In the bottom of the 5th, the Twins got it 1 run. And in the 9th inning, back-to-back singles by Kuzik and Terrell set the stage for a bat-off bouncer by Butch Weiniger. over the head of Greg Nettles. Yankees wanted a double play. Guidry got the ball down, got the ground ball, but somehow the ball bounced over Nettles' head out into left field for a run-scoring single. Then Bostock bounced out, both runners advancing. Lyle Lyle came on and pitched to Bostock. Then Lyle struck out Gorinsky for the big second out. Looked like the Yankees might be out of trouble, but Roy Smalley walked on some close pitches, and Rod Carew, with the count 1-2 on him, singled to left center field, driving in the 2 winning runs. So the final score, the Twins 4, the Yankees 3. The Twins had 4 runs on 9 hits. They made 1 error. The Yankees, 3 runs on 7 hits. They played errorless baseball. The winner in relief, right-hander Tom Johnson, who's now 5-2. The loser, a starter for the Yankees, Ron Guidry. Guidry is now 3-2. So a tough loss here tonight for the New York Yankees.